What's up, guys? Sage here. Welcome back to Sage Gaming. Back on Clash Royale. Here we have an overrated list. Oh, sorry, underrated list. Minions, Guards, Musketeer, Mini Pekka, Giant, Bowler, and two buildings. We got Tesla and Bomber, or Bomb Tower. And this is what I have for my underrated cards. Um, First into it, we're going to get to the minions. And the minions can fully counter an Archer Queen. I don't know if y'all knew that, but it is so annoying to activate her ability or not even get to sometimes because they predict it and put queens on or minions on it, and she's just dead by then. And minions also get value on air troops if you play them correctly. They can get value on knights, which usually have a lot of health. But anyway, that's why I have them underrated. They just get so much more value than they should. And talking about cards that get so much value for their price is guards. Guards are the best 3 elixir swarm unit in the entire game. They are so underrated. They have, if you think about it, it is 6 swings for a Pekka. Have you ever seen a Pekka take 6 swings and ever get to a tower? No. So guards alone should be enough to kill a Pekka, right? So it's just time consuming for things like Pekka, Mini Pekka, Prince, those high damage units that swing really slow. They swarm things like your win conditions, your Royal Giants, your Giants. E-Giants, they're fairly sacrificable, so I'm not really worried about using them for things like that. I'm going off on talking about these guards, but for real, guys, don't be afraid to use these. Give them a try. Always watch out for the small spells, though, but that comes with any small unit like that. Anyway, on to the next one. Musketeer here. Muskie got a buff in the last update. She goes dummy now. She shoots so fast. If you can keep her protected, especially in 2.6 these days, I think 2.6 and Musketeer in general is going to go crazy this new meta. I think it's just in a short little while, I think people are going to start catching on. Now, do I think she gets outvalued sometimes by Magic Archer, E-Wiz? Sometimes. But when it comes to her speed now, if you can cycle quick enough and get her in a valuable cycle deck, I think she will be more valuable than those cards, simply due to her health and damage. Alright, that also goes for 3 Musketeers, by the way. Anyway, on to the next one, our first really hard hitter here. I do not know why Clash Royale buffed this card, but here we are, Mini Pekka. Mini Pekka is hard to get on the tower sometimes, but when it does, it is so satisfying. Mini Pekka does so much damage. It kills those tanks. It kills those Hog Riders. You just need to know a few simple placements, and Mini Pekka is a very, very valuable card. Arguably shouldn't have gotten a buff and actually needs a rework because it does more damage when it's maxed than a Pekka, I believe anyway. But on to the next card. Don't forget about this guy. Just got a buff. Giant. Giant is gonna be going crazy in this meta. I've said this a few times about the few cards here, but Giant was already a very dominant card. Double Prince, Giant, what else? Graveyard Giant. There's a bunch of value. There's Giant Cycle with Musketeer and Pekka, or Mini Pekka, and that is a fairly easy deck to upgrade. And I actually might do a video on that. But anyway, Giant here already was a great card, and they buffed it just like the Mini Pekka. It's gonna be so much more valuable now. And anyway, 5 elixir is not that great of an investment if you think about it. On to the next card, Bowler. Bowler, I think, has been very underrated for a very long time. You only see it in very weird mid-ladder decks, balloon decks, or the occasional E-Giant deck. But otherwise, I think it's an underrated card. It has a lot of health, it does a lot of damage, and the actual effect of his attack, I think, is what makes him so powerful. He is almost Magic Archer-esque, because of the way the actual stone continues through all the ground troops. Is he slow? And in his thing, you see him getting countered by another underrated card we have on here, Minions. If you can have him with a support card, he is a great card to have in your deck. You just need to have him in the right spots at the right time, and he is going to give you so much value. Anyway, oh, hang on. Also, P.S. Bowler will counter a Ram Rider if you play it correctly. So, Ram Rider is going rampant in this meta. Same thing with Mega Knight. It does a pretty good job with Mega Knight as well. It does get jumped on, but as any of the troops behind it, usually people who play Mega Knight will play Wizards and stuff. It will usually hit those Wizards and stuff. Anyway, onto these buildings. We're going to start with Bomb Tower here. Bomb Tower is a very underrated card. It's arguably not underrated, but it is a little bit underrated. I think I see more Goblin Cages and Inferno Towers than Bomb Towers. I do think Inferno Tower will be underrated here soon because a lot of people aren't going to use it, not realizing it got a nice buff. But anyway, back to Bomb Tower. Bomb Tower is going to help you with those ground troops that are pesky, so swarms. It is only 4 Elixir. It counters Balloon. It counters Royal Hogs nicely, especially split ones. Tesla struggles with Royal Hogs. I think Royal Hogs and Balloon used to be Tesla's biggest enemies pretty much. And now I think Royal Hogs still are the only ones that give it problems, but Bomb Tower has consistently been, if you know the placements, the better building sometimes than Tesla. But it does not target air troops, so it depends on the deck. So be mindful of that. But on to Tesla. In my opinion, I play a lot of Expo, so in my opinion, I'm going to put Tesla at the number 1 underrated building for this little group of cards I have here. This card, I think, is just, it unknowingly got a buff because of the Balloon rework. The Balloon would just get to a Tesla, tap it. If there was any support card with the Tesla, or with the Balloon, I mean, the Tesla would go down quick, and then your tower was in shrapnel. It was screwed. It was done. The Balloon would get to it, and you just lost the game. Now, with the rework, the Tesla packs a little bit more punch. It seems like it's still the same, but it seems like it packs more of a punch to that Balloon. Still counters Hog as well. So I think Tesla has come back to a great card, great building to continue to put in your deck. Now, my number 1 underrated card, I think, for the troops will be Minions. Minions get so much value. You saw it in the Bowler cutscene. You saw it in the Giant cutscene. I don't know if it's in the Giant cutscene, but Minions can get so much value on troops that just simply can't target the air. They counter every card here except for the buildings. Except for Tesla. They can counter every card here except for Tesla on their side. It's just such a valuable card. You gotta give it to Minions. Minions just go crazy. Anyway, guys, that's been my underrated tier list. Y'all go watch the overrated tier list. Don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. Come back every day for the next video. And leave down there in the comments things you want to see, decks you want to see, ideas you want to see done. And I'll see y'all next time.